In the quiet luxury of a Dubai hotel suite, the air is thick with the scent of money and opportunity. The conversation is low, but the numbers being discussed are anything but. On one side, two men posing as investors. They have a problem. $100 million in dirty cash. They need to move it, to clean it. On the other side is their solution. He's dressed in a finely tailored suit, an expensive watch on his wrist. He speaks with unshakable confidence. His name is Ubert Angel. He is a diplomat, an ambassador at large for Zimbabwe. But first and foremost, he is a man of God, or so he says. He leans forward, a slight smile on his lips. The investors, who are actually undercover journalists, listen as he lays out the plan. Its genius is in its simplicity, a simplicity protected by international law. He explains how their black market cash can be transformed into pure, solid gold. But the real trick is getting the cash into Zimbabwe in the first place. How do you move $100 million across borders without a single question? You just need a bag, a simple carry-on. Angel tells them he can meet them on the tarmac, walk them past customs, past security. The secret? A small, unassuming tag that reads diplomat. He assures them, it's a very, very easy thing. The bag will be a diplomatic bag. Nobody touches it. But $100 million is just the beginning. The ambassador smiles again, sensing he has their full attention. He wants them to understand the true scale of his operation. He casually mentions that his own plane can carry a staggering amount. He looks them dead in the eye and drops the number. $1.2 billion. In cash, in a single bag. A bag no one can touch, protected by his signature. This isn't just a story about a corrupt official. This is a story about a shadow infrastructure, allegedly run by prophets, politicians, and gold smugglers. A system that can make $1 billion in cash invisible. This is the story of the man who claims he holds the key, the King of Kings, who carries a fortune in a diplomatic bag. Before he was Ambassador Ubert Angel, he was Prophet Ubert Angel, founder of the Spirit Embassy. The images are a study in contrasts. Here he is, in a crisp suit, brokering $100 million deals, and here he is, just a few years earlier, in flowing robes, preaching to thousands. His followers believe he can see the future, cure the sick, make the poor rich. His sermons are electric. He specializes in a specific kind of miracle, the miracle of wealth. It's called the prosperity gospel, a belief that faith, demonstrated through generous donations, will be rewarded with material riches. And Ubert Angel is his own greatest success story. He owns mansions, a fleet of luxury cars, and travels in private jets. To his critics, his wealth is a testament to his ability to sell hope to the desperate. He built an empire on faith, but somewhere along the line, faith wasn't enough. He wanted political power. In March 2021, that's exactly what he got. The president of Zimbabwe, Emmerson Mnangagwa, appointed Angel as a special envoy and ambassador at large. The self-proclaimed prophet was now a statesman, tasked with bringing investment to a nation crippled by sanctions and corruption. It was a strange appointment. A televangelist with no diplomatic experience handed a portfolio that gave him sweeping authority and, most importantly, immunity. It was this immunity that put him on the radar of investigative journalists from Al Jazeera. They were chasing whispers of an industrial-scale money laundering and gold smuggling operation. All threads led them to one conclusion. The scheme was being protected from the very top of the government. They needed a way inside. They needed Ubert Angel. Posing as gangsters with a fortune to launder, the undercover team reached out. A meeting was arranged in Dubai, and that's where they found themselves, sitting across from the prophet ambassador, listening to him calmly explain how he could make their problems vanish. His pitch was flawless. He spoke of a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful arrangement. The journalist would bring the cash to Harare. Angel would use his diplomatic cover to ensure it entered the country without a trace. The cash would be handed to Fidelity, Zimbabwe's central bank-controlled gold refinery. In exchange, they would receive the equivalent value in pure, untraceable Zimbabwean gold. They could then fly the gold out and sell it on the international market. Their dirty money would be clean. It was a perfect circle of illicit finance. But it depended on one crucial link: Ubert Angel. He was the gatekeeper. He wasn't just a participant, he was a salesman. He called himself the cleaner, and he claimed to have a powerful partner. He told the undercover team that once their money landed in Zimbabwe, they would get a call from the First Lady, Auxilia Mnangagwa. He claimed she would personally handle the transaction. This wasn't a rogue ambassador's side hustle. This was, he alleged, a state-sanctioned enterprise. To prove it, he did something audacious. With hidden cameras rolling, he picked up his phone, claiming to call his boss. Not the foreign minister, but the person who truly runs the show. He puts the phone on speaker. He tells the person on the line he's with important investors and that, number 1, a widely used code for President Mnangagwa, needs to know. The voice on the other end is Henrietta Rushwaya, the president of the Zimbabwe Miners' Federation, and, incidentally, the president's niece. In the world of Zimbabwean gold, she is royalty, and she confirms everything. She tells Angel she needs the exact flight details to arrange clearance. She says, "Tell them to relax. The moment the money is in, the gold is there." The undercover team sat in stunned silence. This was it. A direct line from a Dubai hotel suite, through a celebrity prophet, to the woman controlling the country's gold, who answers directly to the president himself. But Angel wasn't finished. He wanted them to understand his own importance. He leaned in, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "You are dealing with number 2, he said, pointing to himself. "I am the second in command after the president." The scale of his ambition was breathtaking. After the call, he turns back to the reporters. The initial deal was for $100 million, but why think so small? He tells them the system can handle much more, talking again about his plan to bring in $1.2 billion. He explains his private jet has been modified to carry the weight. It's not a hypothetical. It's a business plan. He paints a picture. A plane, heavy with cash, landing in Harare. He would be there, personally escorting the bag with its magic diplomatic tag. No customs forms, no declarations, no trace. A ghost plane carrying a ghost fortune. This is the power of the diplomatic bag. Under the 1961 Vienna Convention, a package marked as a diplomatic bag cannot be opened or detained. It was designed to protect sensitive state communications, never to be a private courier service for billion-dollar cash shipments. But in the hands of the right person, a diplomatic seal becomes the perfect weapon for a perfect crime. Angel claimed this power as his own, franchising it for a fee. His commission? A cool 10%. For the initial $100 million deal, that meant a $10 million payday for the prophet. He even offered a trial run. Bring $10 million first. See how smoothly his system works. It was a free sample, an offer to test drive a state-of-the-art money laundering machine. The investigation, Gold Mafia, would continue for months, revealing a world where smugglers boasted of exporting over $1 billion in illegal gold. But all roads led back to the top, to a government that had allegedly turned its most valuable resource into a private, illicit cash cow. Zimbabwe is a country of staggering paradoxes. It has some of the largest gold reserves in the world, yet its economy is in ruins and its people live in poverty. All the while, billions in gold are systematically smuggled out of the country every year, starving the state of desperately needed revenue. The government publicly condemns it. But what the investigation revealed was a darker truth, that the government wasn't fighting the smuggling. It was allegedly facilitating it. The mafia wasn't fighting the state. The mafia was the state. And Ubert Angel was its international salesman. His role was to bring in the cash. The gold smugglers had gold in Dubai but needed a way to get their profits back to Zimbabwe to buy more. Angel's operation provided the perfect solution, creating a financial ecosystem where everyone, except the Zimbabwean people, got rich. When the Gold Mafia documentary aired in March 2023, the fallout was explosive. The Zimbabwean government denied everything, calling it a smear campaign. Ubert Angel released bizarre rebuttal videos, claiming he knew it was a sting operation all along and was acting as a secret agent. But the excuse rang hollow. The details he provided were too specific, the system too coherent. In the aftermath, there were no major arrests. Ubert Angel was not fired. He retained his title, his passport, and his immunity. It was business as usual. The story of Ubert Angel is a window into a new kind of power structure, where the lines between the state, the church, and organized crime have become hopelessly blurred. Where a man can preach the gospel on Sunday and allegedly broker billion-dollar money laundering deals on Monday. The final haunting question is not whether Ubert Angel can actually fly $1.2 billion in a diplomatic bag. The question is, how many people like him are out there? How many planes are in the air right now, carrying bags that no one is allowed to touch, filled with the stolen wealth of nations? Thank you for watching. If you found this investigation important, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive.